On November 9th, 2014, the private jet carrying Dr. Myles Munroe and those that were traveling along with him into Freeport, Grand Bahama, tragically fell out of the sky, taking the lives of all 9 persons that were on board. At that moment, a nation, not just a nation, but the world, began a mourning process, because the lives that were on that plane were all significant lives. The lives that were on that plane were lives that made an invaluable difference in the lives of so many others. They were what I call pourers. Dr. Myles Munroe and his wife Ruth, God bless their souls, made a statement in his life's theme was that you ought to die empty and rob the grave. And they were pourers. They poured into people. They made sure that their lives were used to bring God glory. And even in death, their lives are still bringing God glory. And so today we're dedicating this moment and this time to those 9 lives. But in particular, two very special people to our hearts and to my heart. And of course, first of all, Riddell and Lavard Parks, amazing young people. I consider them some of this generation's finest young people that God has allowed us to be blessed with over the time that their lives were here. And so Lavard Parks, who became the youth pastor of Bahamas Faith Ministry, and we had a personal acquaintance and personal relationship through ministry. He would come and minister for me. I would come and minister for him. And just recently, over a month and 2 weeks ago, Lavard came to Relevant Kingdom Center here in Exuma, and he gave a powerful testimony, and he poured into the young people, not only in this church, but young people from around this island. We visited all of the schools. We poured into teenagers, into juniors, into children, and he was able to minister and pour into others what God had given to him. And he has a song that he sung that I absolutely love, and it's called Forever. And here is a clip of Lavard in some of his final moments 2 months ago, right before this tragic incident, singing this song Forever while giving his testimony.
And I was on Laishwiki Beach, I'd never forget it. I was 13 years old. And everybody wanted me to come to DJ for them because I was so small, but then yet I was so good. And I remember this guy, he was drunk, and he was drunk, and he was staggering like this. Come stand here with me. He was drunk and he was staggering, and then he put a gun to my head. And everybody said, "Duck, wait, duck!" And I thought it was a toy gun. But I still standing there. You know why? Forever, you know we gon' live forever. I promise that you'll live forever and ever and ever. Tonight, young people, I'm telling you, you may face similar situations. You may don't even want to make a decision to serve Christ. But I tell you, I got saved March 12, 1995, and that was the best decision of my life. All my friends sent me 2 weeks, hey, you can be back. 2 months, hey, you can be back. 2 years, you can be back. Guess what, I ain't turned back yet. Nowadays, call me pastor. You know why? Because I assured them I will live forever. You know we gon' live forever. Promise that you'll live forever and ever and ever.
Wow, forever. We gonna live forever. And while we mourn with hope, knowing that one day we will live forever and we will see them again. Dr. Myles Munroe again made the statement, it's not about the duration of your life, but it's about the donation of your life. It's not about what you receive, but it's how much you've given. And I can tell you, he's made an undeniable impact in the lives of so many around the world. Dr. Myles Munroe's, his legacy, his impact will continue to live on. And it's something that you know you lived the full life and poured out into so many people, when even at death, you can call not just a nation to attention, but the world to attention. His life's theme was Die Empty. I want you to take a look at this clip from one of the Bahamas' finest ambassadors, one of the kingdom's greatest ambassadors of the 21st century, Dr. Myles Munroe.
I want you to die empty. I want you to die with nothing else left to do. I want you to die because you poured out all of your dreams, ideas, visions, books, music, inventions, publications, that you died empty. That's the goal of life. Don't die old, die empty. As a matter of fact, one of the greatest statements I ever heard about dying is this statement. I think it's a beautiful statement of dying. It says, "It is finished." 3 words. The guy who said that was only 33 years old.
It is finished.
He didn't say I was finished, because we don't die, we are eternal spirits. He says it is finished. I poured out what I came to earth to pour out.
Was that the guy on the cross?
That's the guy on the cross.
All right. You see,
Therefore,
I remember these things.
My goal in life is to help everybody die empty.
What amazes me, it was not just the fact that Dr. Myles had the ability to impact kings, prime ministers, and presidents. Not the fact that he wrote 69 books and over 100 audio tapes. Not the fact that he led one of the greatest churches here in the Bahamas and even around the world. But the fact that he lived a personal life that brought God glory. And so we give honor, we give thanks, and we give praise for the life of Dr. Munroe. And while we may not understand why, we still have our trust in the God that is worthy of all of our praise.